Hello, residents and our other organizations and businesses. Welcome to Carnwath Farms, and we're sitting in front of the administration building on our front lawn today, since it's a really bright, beautiful, and a relatively warm day. The nights, though, look like they're going to get much colder. I wanted to discuss a little bit more about some of the programs that we're going to be initiating. In my weekly chat, I had talked about our framework, what we are doing, why I'm confident of where we are. But as you hear me say, I'm talking about the new normal, the new environment that we're going to have to address going forward. And as part of that new normal, as I call it, we will be taking somewhat different approaches to the safety, health, and environment of our community. We've already started to discuss some of that in the board meeting. And during the weeks ahead, our town board will be discussing even more aspects about how we enable town government to be more effective, to be more efficient and flexible in addressing these various issues and opportunities, especially that to provide better services to our business, our residences, and our organizations, even during these difficult times. During the next few minutes, I would like to focus on recreation senior activities, and particularly as we look forward to reopening a number of our services and programs in the recreation department and the senior center. But again, it's not going to be the old normal. And we're working hard, to try to create a safe mix of live, in-person events, as well as programming for people in a virtual context for people of all ages. These virtual programs, I strongly believe, are and will become even more of the environment for our new normal. They're not going to go away. I think that they actually help us to reach even more people, to provide more value to the community. In the next few minutes, I will discuss both senior and other recreational programming. For our seniors, which is, as we know, a high-risk group that are vulnerable, we are going to be taking efforts to try to continue to minimize, reduce, and eliminate the risk of retransmission. Before going into some of the details, first, I want to say that we dearly miss you. We really miss your camaraderie, your presence in Town Hall and on the various programs that we really started to build up during the last couple of years. Second, when we're looking at planning, keeping those points in mind that I mentioned, we're focusing on live activities. Live activities will be evolving during the summer as the requirements imposed by the state and the county are relaxed to some degree. They'll be involving smaller numbers of people with pre-registration, I think, for the most part, to help us address some of the social distancing and other activities. And we're going to be holding events at Senior Center, but not like before. At the town hall outside, we have bocce ball, we have shuffleboard, we have some grounds that we can do. We're looking at Carnwath Park and facilities, looking at Shot House Park and facilities, Mart's and Reese Park and their facilities to hold more events, which also allow us to really incorporate social distancing within them. And last but not least, we have a wonderful trail system. The Greenway trails alone here in Carnwath are going to be part of that program going forward. Those are that, and I'll talk a little bit more about some of those events. That's the interactive, live, aspects of this. Second is going to be making the best use of public access television. We have 2 channels, and also our Zoom capabilities to bring programming and activities to you at home. So you don't necessarily always have to go out of home. I know, we like to have, the group activities so you can see your friends, but this way it's going to be virtual. In getting together, with the Friends activities. These activities may include educational programming. We've had a speaker series. We're going to continue to do that series. We're looking at how do we do virtually, bingo, which our seniors really love, to do that. And Jessica's been working with me on some ideas on how we bring about that. I'm working with Ginger and some others on our senior choir. we can do that virtually. There's no reason why we can't. Virtual birthdays are also in the plan, as well as yoga, Tai Chi, training virtually, is there. As restaurants reopen, and perhaps as we were discussing with the county executive, closing some streets, perhaps in the village. As restaurants reopen, we can have group lunches again. We're just going to have to watch out for social distancing and do some things along the lines of the various precautions that we need to take. Current members of our senior center will be receiving a call from Dot, Jessica, and maybe even myself, in the next couple of weeks to seek out, your interest. What is it that you'd like us to do with respect to senior activities going forward? So those interested in joining the senior center, those that I'm speaking to that are not yet a member, then please, join up. You can contact the senior center director at 845-297-3670. Again, 845-297-3670. If we're not in the office, which we haven't been recently, then leave a voice message, and we'll get back to you right away. Shifting from purely senior activities that have been focused on a lot of things that they like to do, and there are many more. Some of the activities that we're going to be arranging, for throughout the town are outdoor game bracket tournaments of horseshoes, shuffleboard, bocce. We're going to have art classes. We hope again, for our seniors. Yoga and Tai Chi, classes as well. Carnwath and some of our other parks are really ideal locations. And, there will be small gatherings for picnics and walks in the park and our trails as well. We miss you, and we have big programs planned for, all ages, actually. We're looking at right now to our fall program when we do believe that all 4 phases will be reopened. And the last phase really allows communities that start doing some level of sports activities, entertainment outside. Currently, we are running from the recreation department, if you haven't seen it, an online concert, program. That's every Friday night at 8:30 and then is rebroadcast. So please turn to our Facebook page with respect to that program. I think you'll find the musical talents that we have are really outstanding. Our Memorial Day ceremony, which has always been a very important and really well-attended event at our site, is going to go virtual this year. We're still going to recognize, that Memorial Day activities, but we're going to do a number of virtual things that's in just a short time away, actually later on in this month. So stay tuned for that. And our online platform that we'll be offering. But it doesn't stop here. We are in the process of launching a digital art show focusing on artists and special needs, from our community. That is being planned as we speak. Also this summer, we hope to bring to you, the residents, other virtual programming of activities out in the nature to inspire you with the great outdoors and to let you know more about what exists out at Carnwath in particular. There's a tremendous amount of flora and fauna while we've been taping, whether there's turkey vultures, there's eagles, there's hawks, big crows, the ravens flying all around the sky around us. So please, come on out and enjoy this. Well, at this time, our playground equipment continues to be closed, as are our sports courts, such as tennis court and our basketball courts and our fields. We believe that, as the social distancing requirements are relaxed some, then we'll be able to slowly open those, probably still with some social distancing required, and also a pre-registration for the use of those facilities. With July being the National Parks and Recreation Month, we're going to have a spotlight on our parks during that period of time. Also, I want to start spotlighting our historical assets, our historical buildings, our historical societies. We'll be calling on our town historian, legislator Joe Cavazzini, to do this, to help us with that. But we have a tremendous amount of history with our village and our 6 hamlets, along the Hudson River, that again, we want to highlight. And then when you come and visit these places, even our historical society, a wide range of things. You'll be able to better appreciate it and hopefully get more involved in those activities. So summer is going to be, fun, not as fun as in the old normal, but I think the new normal, we are really working hard, to bring it about. We're also looking at how do we still bring our summer concert and movie programs to you virtually or with some sort of spacing where we can, pull that off. Right now, opening up of sports, entertainment, movies, is on the 4th phase of that. So if you continue to do well with social distancing, keeping our incidence rates, negligible if at all, then the sooner we can open up and do some of those things as well. But we are looking at it, and we're looking at how to further enhance, this for the community and to especially our young kids and our seniors, that really look forward to these events. And we are looking, assuming the fall is open up, a harvest festival and some other events that will take place. And so please stay tuned, stick with us. Yes, it's a brave new world. Our recreation department, and especially our director, Jessica Fulton, is working very hard as our Donna Lenhart, Dot, Gorick, and as well as Joey Cavaccini, myself, and Steve Frazier and his team to keep the parks open and clean, and many more. So, we'll be having opportunities. Any of you that are innovative and creative, especially with digital communications, please come out. We are also looking for our seniors, some of whom unfortunately may not have some jobs this summer, but we're looking forward to more volunteerism. We're finding ways we can incorporate you into our programs. We are, last but not least, and we'll be addressing this at the board meeting, looking at how do we have some sort of summer camp type program. Right now, with the social distancing requirements and other concerns, it's not clear whether or not we'll, for the day camp situation, be able to do that. But we are very much looking at the possibilities and we'll be discussing further with the board. Again, please send any questions, any comments, any offers for volunteerism, especially in this digital world, and we'll get back to you right away. But thank you for your patience and understanding, and there's a lot more to come. Have a great day.